Hey guys, what's up? She Pirate here, and now I'm moving on to my San Francisco Mint find. I actually found quite a few, and I'll start with the older one, the 1968 San Francisco. And San Francisco Mint is mostly come out of the mint sets, and that's why the mintage is normally pretty low. So this is kind of a neat find here, and it's actually in pretty nice condition. And swinging down to my next one, which is the 1969 San Francisco. And there is a actually a variety on this one, or an error, which it would be the double die uppers. So let's stick her under the scope and see if that's what we got here. All right, man, under the scope, she looks pretty rough, huh? She didn't look that bad with the naked eye, but what we're looking for is a double die uppers. And on this one, you can see here that it looks like there might be some little, maybe mechanical doubling there on the San Francisco Mint. Let's look at the Liberty and see what we find over here. I have yet to see an example of this error, but I think it's safe to say that that's not what we have here. Let's look at the reverse. Nope, just a normal 1969 San Francisco. All right, let's move on to the next. Okie dokie, this is a little bit more of a fun find here. I have two 1970 S mint marks, and as you can see from the red book, there are several varieties to look for. They have the small date with the high 7, large date with the low 7, double die uppers. You can see that obviously the one that we're hunting for is this high valued one here, which is the small date with the high 7. Let me show you what that looks like. So in 1970, this is the small date with the high 7. And this is the large date with a low 7. So it's inverted into the penny. This 7 sits on top. Now, here we go again, though, with the large and small dates. As far as I can see, it looks like the most obvious way to spot this would be by the low and high 7. And let's look at it. Let's look at these two under the scope and see if maybe we don't have one of these varieties. All right, let's start with this one first. As you can see, it is not showing us any signs of any doubling, and shows that the doubling would be on the obverse side, and I don't see that to start off with. And second, again, we're looking for the small date, so it would be the one with the 7 sitting on top and the low date. So this is what we have here. What do you guys think? When I look at the coin from the side, let me show you an example of the second one that I found. But when you're looking at it from the side, you see the 7 is sitting on top. But when you put it under the scope, it looks like that. So here we go. If you guys have any suggestions of what's an easier way to spot the high 7, which would be the small date, please let me know in the comments down below. So this is what we're looking at here, though. So other than that, I just don't see any other characteristics that might distinguish this one from the large date. And just looking around to see if we see any doubling on the lettering, and no, I don't see that we have that. Let's look at the reverse. Okay. All right, and here is the second 1970 San Francisco. And again, there is the 1970 with the S mint mark. And this is the one that I showed you a close-up of earlier. You see how this is the first one, and the one that we just looked at under the scope. But you see how the 7 sits on top. So I'm assuming this makes it the I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think. But here is the second one, the 1970S. Let me show them back to back and see if maybe you can't spot some difference, or maybe they're exactly the same. 1970. The only thing I see different is the S, but I mean that could just be from damage in circulation. And this one has a thinner S. You see? That one looks like it was at one point a thinner S, and got smushed. Who knows what happened? But yeah, so here is the second one that I found. Let's look at the text. And no, I'm not seeing anything to really get excited about on this one. So yeah, all right, let's move on. All right, folks, 1971 San Francisco, and look at that. A PF65 will bring us $500 in your pocket. How amazing would that be? And that would only count if it's a double die offers. So let's check out this little guy under the scope and see if that's what we got. All right, here we're looking at the 1971 San Francisco, and we're looking for doubling on the offers to see if we have that lottery winning coin. And no, I'm not seeing any doubling on the offers. Let's look at the reverse. Okay. Let me know in the comments down below if you spot something interesting that my inexperienced eyeballs miss. I would appreciate that. Wow, what a fun find though. And this one is actually in pretty decent condition for being in circulation. All right, moving on. Alrighty, here we have the 1972 San Francisco, and how awesome would it be to find this one? This would be the 1972 Philadelphia. I do pull all the 72s, by the way, guys, and this is the variety that I'm looking for. But right now we're looking at 1972 San Francisco, and you can see again, you know, it's only has the 3.2 mint, and well, yeah, this would be for the, maybe this means for the proofs. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if when it's in the parentheses like this, if it means that it's from a mint or proof mintage. And looks like an MS would bring you in at 75 cents. Still not too shabby for a penny. Let's look at it under the scope. All right, here's a 1972 San Francisco under the scope, and on the 1972 Philadelphia, the doubling would be on the text of "In God We Trust." Let me show you an example of what that would look like in case you guys are penny hunting today. But you look at that, you can almost see it with the naked eye. But that's what a doubling would look like on the 1972 Philadelphia. All right, let's keep going. All right, last but not least of my San Francisco finds, I have a 1973S. And there aren't any varieties, at least that I have noted on this one. So, other than it being a mint scent, the value is a little bit higher at MS2, so that's cool. If it wasn't for that crud right there, it would be actually a pretty decent find here. I don't know. I know that PCGS does have a professionally cleaning service for your coins. If you guys are interested in that, you can go to pcgs.com. All right, guys, and not to beat a horse. I don't know how you say that saying, but I found a 1982 small date. I actually found two. I found two 1982 small dates, and the way that I decided to distinguish them was from this little curve in the two. So the small date is going to have more of a little loose neck right here versus the large date that has a two straight bar right there. So straight neck, loose neck. That's the way that I'm going to tell them apart. Let me show you under the scope how gorgeous this looks. I mean, when I came across it, I was like, oh, heck yeah, that is a 1982 Denver small date. So I put it in my little slab because it's my first one that I find. And you guys know I love keeping my first timer, my first finds of anything. So they're my little mementos. I even wrote on my little flip here, established February 3rd, 2020. It's not in great condition, but again, it's my first small date find. And here's the second one. The second one, let's see if I can show you through the little baggie here. Yep, there it is. 1982 small date. You see that beautiful loose neck right here. Look at that. Gorgeous. It's a very fancy penny, huh? All right, let's wrap it up, and I will be posting one more wrap-up video with my random finds. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Bye.